What's going on in Peru is nothing short of genocide. I know because I've lived in Peru for the past 22 years. I write about this in my book, Miracle in Peru, Odyssey of the Reluctant Disciple. As I said before, I moved to the jungle town of Iquitos, Peru in 1998. Shortly after arriving, I started a house for abandoned children and a free daycare center. Sometime later, I was met on the street by a light-skinned Peruvian. He said, "You are one crazy gringo." When I asked him to elaborate, he said, "Don't you realize that indigenous people are not capable of learning? That the only job they're capable of doing are laborers and domestic employees?" About a week or two later, I was met by another light-skinned Peruvian in my neighborhood. He said, "What you Americans did in the 19th century was the right thing to do." And I asked him to elaborate. He said, "Well, you eradicated most of the indigenous people, right?" I had to give him that. He said, "That's something that we should have done here in Peru." Now, up until about 2 months ago, I was living in Iquitos, and we were under virtually house arrest because the military were patrolling the streets. And I got to watch a lot of television, and I came away from that with a high opinion of Peruvian President Martin Vizcarra. He seemed to be genuinely interested in helping all Peruvians, regardless of the color of their skin. Well, that's not something that the majority of Lima politicians share. The majority of them, though they will never admit it, are using the coronavirus problem as an opportunity to eradicate as many indigenous people as they can. For example, if you're an indigenous person, you're contacted by coronavirus, then you're in big trouble. You have to pay for your own medication, and most people don't have that. And I'll talk about that in more detail in my next video.